Sporting Journal Radio, presented by Onyx.
Now we're going to head up to Lake of the Woods and check in with Joe Henry from Lake of the Woods Tourism to get a fishing report up there as he checks in from where. Joe, where are you at? You're at an airport right now?
I'm at the Baudette International Airport.
How big is that international airport?
It's as big as it needs to be, Brett. No, I'll tell you what's cool about the Baudette International Airport is how many airports do you know that have fish hanging on the walls like that? It's a big bike, and check this place out. It's really cool. Now, this is one of those airports that you can drive up to. You don't have to pay for parking. You can drive right up to it. I mean, it is just really a neat little airport. You're right to the door practically. And in fact, we were able to drive our trucks right on the tarmac and load up our luggage to get on the airplane. And, we were up to the northwest angle, and Lake Country Air started a flying service around Lake of the Woods really because of the pandemic. When Canada closed to travel, and of course, a lot of our guests would drive to the northwest angle, and you have to drive 40 miles through Canada. So when that closed up, that kind of created an opportunity for a flying service, and they realized that there's a need for it. Guests really like saving time, avoiding customs, et cetera, et cetera. So Lake Country Air has set up not only out of Baudette, they also fly once in a while out of Warroad, but they're actually based out of South St. Paul. So, a lot of people are flying right from South St. Paul right up to either the Baudette International Airport if they're going to fish at the south end of the lake at one of our resorts, or they fly right up to the northwest angle, in which that case they land right on the ice.
Is that Holman Field? Is that South
Something
St.
like
That's
that.
South St. Paul, isn't it? My dad used to fly for 3M out of that airport, I think, once in a while. But he didn't go to Lake of the Woods fishing, and I think he would have done that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have, because it was always work trips for him. So I think he would have had more fun.
Well, you figure now, imagine this, flying from St. Paul, flying for about an hour and 40 minutes and landing on the ice right in front of one of the beautiful northwest angle. I got to tell you want to talk about something. We landed, I had no idea. We took off from Baudette at around a little after 3 o'clock. I didn't think we were going to fish that night. Heck, the resort we were staying at had a bombardier fired up. We loaded up our ice fishing equipment, went right to a fish house and started whacking walleyes. You want to talk about incredible.
That's great. So when you fly up to the angle, then is the runways on the ice?
Yeah, so it's a plowed runway on the ice. They got it marked with stakes and some different things, and it's really smooth. And ice is great. We have great ice this year. So we land right on the ice. So we when you take off, and by the way, the seats are leather. You're wearing headphones with a mic, so you can talk to one another, and real warm, real comfortable leather seats. When you take off, boy, I'll tell you, we were not going very far down that runway, and that plane was in the air. And it's really kind of neat because you're flying first over the Rainy River, and then you go over Wheeler's Point, Pine Island, and you're flying up that east boundary. And good gravy, you're going up by Knights and Bridges where some of the great fishing is. You go over Garden Island and you see all the islands. You get to see over into Canada and what that looks like from air versus by boat or snowmobile. And it's just really kind of a neat experience. It's like flying fishing. It's almost like you're doing a flying trip to Canada.
Yeah.
Except you're at the northwest angle. Really cool.
Hey, was it a Caravan? Do you remember what kind of plane it was?
Kodiak.
Oh, Kodiak.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
The guys here at the airport had to help me out.
Sure, sure, man. And did you do any filming or pictures of that flight, Joe? Do you have any?
Yeah, no, we did. In fact, I don't know if I can show you. It's kind of cool too because when we were coming down, we were showing. Looking at the fish houses when you get in front of Pine Island, and it's neat to see how the different resorts have the configuration going. And it just, again, seeing it from the air is just something very, very neat. Here's, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a picture. The guy is just, so the plane was going to go back up to the northwest angle. Yeah, I don't know if you really see that, but they were going to go back up to the northwest angle and drop some folks off and then take a group, I think, down to St. Paul or something. I mean, they're buzzing all over today. I'll show you, here's a picture of the outside of the Baudette Airport, which is really kind of a neat little airport. I'm going to block that for you a little bit. So just a nice little airport, but they're real easy to get to, And then...
yeah, you don't have to walk far from where you park your vehicle there. It's
man,
drive right up.
For guys like me, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And then here's a picture, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but here's a picture of from the air all the different fish houses and the different resorts that are there, and it looks like a bunch of specks, I guess, but really kind of neat again to see it from the air, and it's just a really cool experience. There's a picture of the inside the plane. So again, very, very, very comfortable flight. Yeah, things are alive and well. We're our northwest angle, I should say. There's a few ways to get up there, Brett. People can drive up. They can take the Snowmobile Trail up. They can take the Lake of the Woods passenger service, which is a Bombardier service, take you a round trip up to whatever resort you're staying at. And there are some ways to get up there.
Hear more at sportingjournalradio.com or wherever you get podcasts.